Missouri Valley seniors get a taste of some finer things, and some students prepare to show off their knowledge. I'm Marina Diaz, and this is KMVC News. The Senior Symposium now takes place in the fall semester to give a little word of advice to December and May graduate candidates before they take on real jobs. KMVC Sharon Thompson is in studio with more on some of Missouri Valley's final words of advice.
Students spend years refining their skills in their majors, but the symposium is about refining skills that are used both in and out of their careers. The Senior Symposium is an event that has been hosted at Valley for 20 years. It's an event that involves speakers that teach the seniors little life lessons and formal dinner etiquette before going out into the real world. Chief of Police at Lincoln University, Gary Hill, says he wants his biggest takeaway from his speech to be pushing through the obstacles.
It's all about pushing through them. It's all about making sure that you learn from that experience and pushing through and be able to give what your experiences were for pushing through those problems and obstacles back to someone else who may be going through the same thing.
After listening to the motivational speakers that were provided, the seniors got the chance of being wined and dined so they can learn formal dinner etiquette. Academic advisor Beth McQuarrie says it's important to learn formal dinner behavior.
An interview or a dinner with a potential employer so that those students know how to properly use all of those things in that situation.
Even though this event is meant to teach the seniors before they part ways from Valley, it is also an award for making it through college and graduating. The Senior Employment Symposium was held in April until 2019. The move to November allows December graduates to take part in the events.
Thanks, Sharon. The Missouri Valley College Student Research Symposium fully returns in December. It was canceled a year ago when Missouri Valley shortened the fall semester and was modified in April for the spring. KVC's Adam Balcom reports on the return of the symposium.
Students participate in the Student Research Symposium with submissions of original research, reviews, scholarly essays, creative writing, performance, film, and original artwork. During the symposium, student work is recognized with 3 awards for excellence in student research. Associate Professor Claire Smith says the symposium was created to help students develop professional skills.
Students needed an opportunity to develop professional presentation skills, to share their research, and we needed a way to bring senior presentations from different fields to one venue.
MVC student Sam Smith says he's ready for his first experience.
I honestly didn't know that it was somewhat mandatory, so now that I'm in it, I guess might as well. It's new information, so I'm down for it.
The Student Research Symposium was started in the fall of 2016. Students from freshmen to seniors get to share their research projects and other creative projects. Adam Balkin, KMVC News.
The Student Research Symposium is December 6th, the day before the first day of final exams. The end of daylight savings time and sunsets in the 5 o'clock hour is an adjustment for everyone. But as KMVC's Courtney Cole reports, commuting students have to be aware of more than just the time.
Since daylight saving time, some commuter students says how sometimes it is difficult traveling back and forth to campus. One of those students is Sydney Young.
We have to be aware of deer, especially when it's getting darker out, and heading back from school to my home, and just be on the lookout. There's a lot of deer that cause wrecks.
Young appreciates that the school does a Drive 60 scholarship for students that do commute back and forth to campus. Ariana Martinez says how she tries to be safe as possible when traveling to the college.
Honestly, I've been close with hitting big trailers because trailers just being they don't be respected. Sometimes they just keep going forward. So that's the only time I've been almost getting in a car accident. But really, I try to drive safe back and then going back home.
Young and Martinez says they both enjoy being commuter students, even when the time is against them sometimes. Courtney Cole, KMVC News.
Colder temperatures and the start of gun season have hunters have deer on the move. So commuters and students leaving soon for Thanksgiving break should be aware while driving. Missouri Valley heads towards Thanksgiving break with one lone active COVID-19 case on campus. That's the lowest total for November. The Thanksgiving recess begins at the conclusion of classes on the 23rd. The next KMVC News production and broadcast of the COVID-19 report is December 2nd, but the dashboard is available 24/7 on moval.edu. Austin Bolin is in with sports, and it was another successful year for the Missouri Valley soccer teams.
Well, the men's team is trying to defend its national title, and the women's are trying to get back to the national tournament for the second consecutive season. When the NAIA released its opening round hosting sites and Missouri Valley was one of the hosts, the men's soccer team's postseason presence was set, regardless of what happened last week in the Hart postseason conference tournament. KMVC's Marina Diaz reports on the steps towards defending the national title.
The Missouri Valley College men's soccer team defeated Mount Mercy during the semifinals round of the Heart of America postseason tournament. Head coach Vladimir Simic says that they have some things to work on before the NAIA national tournament.
I think we played better overall, but also we made some mistakes in the game as well, but hopefully we'll get better for the next one.
Steven Milosevic says that while the game was tough, he is happy that they won.
It's hard. It's been a hard game. It's semifinals. Everybody knows what semifinals takes and everything. And it's been a hard game. 1-0. It's a tough win actually, but I'm just overwhelmed now to actually realize what my feelings are. I'm too tired to think about it at the moment. I'm just happy we won.
The team did lose to number 1 Central Methodist University in the Heart of America postseason tournament. The win earned the Vikings a guaranteed spot in the NAIA national tournament. Marina Diaz, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley hosts William Carey, Bethel out of Indiana, and Hastings in the NAIA Marshall Pod. The top-seeded Vikings play Hastings on Thursday at 2, while the second-seeded Carey Crusaders play the Bethel Pilots at 5. NAIA games on the Vikings Sports Network are pay-per-view, but every game of the pod is available. The Missouri Valley women's soccer team could punch its ticket to the national tournament for the second consecutive season with a win against Benedictine in the Hart semis. The Vikings opened the scoring late in the first on a penalty kick after a Raven foul in the box. Natalie Ruiz converted the kick, and the Vikings led 1-0. Valentina Cardoso scored in the second half off a corner kick, and the Vikings beat the Ravens 2-0 to clinch a berth in the NAIA tournament. Valley goes as the runner-up in the Hart after losing to CMU in the final. The Vikings travel to Hattiesburg, Mississippi as the second seed in the pod that features top-ranked William Carey. Valley takes on Reinhardt in the second game of Thursday's opening round at Carey. The Missouri Valley football team played its final game of the 2021 season against the 11th-ranked Baker Wildcats. The Wildcats were knocked out of South Division title contention with their loss to CMU, but Baker could still qualify for the postseason with a win against the Vikings. After a failed fake punt early in the first quarter, Baker went straight to the air and straight to the end zone. One play, 41 yards, and 8 seconds. Baker built a 28-0 lead before Zahir Williams made this interception. Williams returned it for 20 yards for the score, and Valley was on the board. Williams had 2 of Missouri Valley's 4 interceptions on the day, but Baker's defense held down the Viking offense all game. Valley mustered only 6 first downs and was kept off the scoreboard until Daniel Jackson hit Daniel Munoz for a touchdown. Baker wins 45-14 but fails to qualify for the postseason. Missouri Valley ends its season with a 3-8 overall record and winless in the Hart's South Division. Missouri Valley's athletic department is seeing some changes this winter as a member of the athletic administration accepted a new position away from Missouri Valley College.
Missouri Valley Associate Athletic Director Colin Smith is leaving MVC after accepting a new position at the University of North Carolina, Asheville. Smith came to Missouri Valley in 2006 as a student athlete where he spent 4 years playing football for Valley. Smith currently serves as an Associate Athletic Director, Director of Game Day Operations, and the Director of Diversity and Inclusion for Valley. Smith says that President Bonnie Humphrey and Tom Pfeiffer have had a major impact on his career.
Those have been my 2 mentors, and of course other administrators, but those are the 2 key cogs in my professional career that has helped me to where I'm at now.
A part of Smith's job requires him to interact with student athletes and other departments on campus. Smith says he appreciates the people and atmosphere at Missouri Valley College.
And I just love the family atmosphere we have here, and the face-to-face that the kids have. And of course, you gotta love the student athletes.
Tom Pfeiffer has had the chance to know Smith when he first came to Missouri Valley 15 years ago. Pfeiffer has seen Smith grow from a student athlete to grad assistant to a key member of the athletic department's administration. Pfeiffer says the Missouri Valley community will miss Smith's presence.
Anyone that knows Colin knows how dedicated he is to his job and how much he loves Missouri Valley, and He is going to be sorely missed.
Smith is leaving Valley at the end of the semester in December. Smith will be the Associate Athletic Director for Internal Operations and Equity at UNC Asheville.
Smith has spent the last 11 years of his career as an athletic administrator for Missouri Valley. The last time the Missouri Valley College women's basketball team scored 100 points in a game, the year started with a 1. But Valley's game against Baptist Bible has the Vikings updating the record books. Missouri Valley made a team record 18 three-pointers, and every player on the roster scored at least 1 point. 4 were in double figures. Missouri Valley won 104-49. That's the largest margin of victory since a 57-point win against Peru 4 years ago. It had 60 rebounds for the first time since 2013, and the 38 total baskets were the most since 2007. The Vikings are on the road against Columbia Tuesday before returning home for a doubleheader with the men's against William Woods on the 20th. And those games against William Woods are audio only on the Viking Sports Network because the network is showing the last game of the Marshall Pod.
Well, thank you, Austin. The Nonprofit Leadership Alliance, otherwise known as NLA, is selling popcorn to help another organization called the Optimist Club. KMVC Sharon Thompson reports on their progress.
NLA is a community-oriented group on Missouri Valley campus that collaborates with different organizations to help those in need within the community. This semester, NLA has collaborated with the Optimist Club to help sell popcorn. NLA President Josh Leone says he wants to take advantage of this opportunity to help everyone out.
We happen to sell a lot of popcorn here. You know, we have a lot of success. We're fortunate for that, and we really try to help out as much as we can for everybody's sake. So, yeah.
Madison Alexander is also a member of NLA. She's been involved with the program for 2.5 years. She says outside of selling popcorn for a fundraiser, there are other benefits as well.
So we're getting a lot of people out here that are getting that program development piece of it and going around and out their comfort zone to go out and do the ask. So in case they want to join nonprofits like out in the real world when they graduate.
NLA is always looking for new members to join and help out the community or other organizations. Sharon Thompson, KMVC News.
The Nonprofit Leadership Alliance is selling popcorn until the end of January outside the Missouri Valley Dining Hall. Missouri Valley College is giving free salsa lessons to students. Salsa is a partnered dance where the lead takes the follow through a series of spin and turn patterns to music. Joshua Simone is the person making the lessons possible. This is just the second week of practice, and there are a lot of students who are having some fun learning other types of culture and dances. The lessons are Wednesday at 8. And that's KMVC News for this week. The next broadcast is on December 2nd, following the Thanksgiving recess. I'm Marina Diaz. Thanks for watching.